country, this batch brings a great diversity of cultures, experiences, and ideas to their training, which is in progress at the National Academy of Direct Taxes, Nagpur. I now invite Shri Pankaj Rathi, Officer Trainee, Indian Revenue Service, to present the profile of the batch.
माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय, यहाँ उपस्थित समस्त गणमान्य जन एवं भारतीय राजस्व सेवा के क्षेत्र बैच के मेरे साथी प्रशिक्षु अधिकारी, मैं पंकज राठी आप सभी का नमन करता हूँ एवं यहाँ एकत्रित सभी लोगों का स्वागत करना अपना सर्वोच्च सम्मान और सौभाग्य मानता हूँ। माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति भारत के राजस्थान राज्य से आते हैं। भारत के उपराष्ट्रपति से पूर्व आप पश्चिम बंगाल के राज्यपाल, केंद्रीय मंत्री, संसद के सदस्य एवं राजस्थान विधानसभा के सदस्य के रूप में भी अपनी सेवाएं प्रदान कर चुके हैं। इतना ही नहीं बल्कि कानून के क्षेत्र में सीनियर एडवोकेट के रूप में भी आपका योगदान बहुमूल्य रहा है। महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से मैं आपके समक्ष भारतीय राजस्व सेवा के 76वें बैच का बैच प्रोफाइल प्रस्तुत करना चाहता हूं। धन्यवाद महोदय। The 76th batch of Indian Revenue Service consists of 62 officer trainees, including 2 officer trainees from Bhutan Royal Service. There are 26 ladies officer trainees in the batch, which constitute 42% of the total batch strength. The average age of the batch is 29 years. The youngest officer trainee is 23 years old, and the eldest officer trainee is 34 years old. Number of married officer trainees in the batch is 6. The married officer trainees comprise around 8% of the batch strength. The cultural, educational, and linguistic background of the officer trainees is very diverse. The batch is represented by 20 states and union territories of India. The largest number of officer trainees comes from Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh, being 8 officer trainees from both the states, followed by 6 officer trainees from Kerala. Hindi is the mother tongue of majority of the officer trainees. The officer trainees in the batch also speaks other regional languages like Malayalam, Telugu, Marathi, Tamil, Bengali, Dogri, Gujarati, Punjabi, and Rajasthani. 39% officer trainees are from rural background and the rest are from urban or semi-urban background. As far as educational background of the officer trainees is concerned, around 64% of the officer trainees are from engineering background, which includes 7 officer trainees from various IITs. 16% of the officer trainees are from humanities background. The batch also includes 1 chartered accountant, 1 doctor, 2 law graduates, 1 person with MBA degree, and 1 from commerce background. A large number of officer trainees have previous work experience. To be specific, 52% of the officer trainees have previous work experience in central government, state government, MNCs, PSUs, and private sector. महोदय, अब मैं IRS के 76वें बैच की ऑफिसर ट्रेनी सुश्री पवित्रा मुत्यप को अब तक के प्रशिक्षण के अपने अनुभव का साझा करने के लिए आमंत्रित करता हूं।
Honorable Vice President of India, esteemed dignitaries, senior officers, and my dear colleagues, a very good evening to one and all present here. I am Pavitra Mutyap, an officer trainee of the 76th batch of the Indian Revenue Service Income Tax. I feel extremely honored to be given the opportunity here to share my experience as an officer trainee at the National Academy of Direct Taxes, Nagpur. As officers of the Indian Revenue Service, we must devote ourselves to revenue augmentation and sustainability, playing a crucial role in nation building. The induction training at the National Academy of Direct Taxes is designed to prepare us to take up this key role of tax administrators in the country. The induction training has been a mix of academic and non-academic activities focusing on holistic development of the officer trainees. Academic activities comprise of rigorous classroom training to provide us theoretical and practical inputs on income tax, accountancy, law, and other soft skills. The training modules also include on-the-job training, industry visits, and attachments, thus adopting a unique pedagogy with emphasis on both theory and application. Sir, the training has also offered the privilege to stay in a very beautiful and green campus with state-of-the-art infrastructure for classroom training, a well-equipped library with a collection of over 60,000 books, state-of-the-art computer labs, digital forensics lab, and excellent dining facilities at the officers' mess. We also have amenities for playing sports like tennis, squash, swimming, badminton, etc. These facilities have not only helped us to build domain and behavioral competence, but also upkeep physical and mental fitness while honing our sportsmanship skills. Celebrating various cultures through fests and club activities at the Academy has brought out hidden talents like dancing, singing, and numerous other artistic prowess of the officer trainees. Participation in these co-curricular activities has helped build camaraderie, develop esprit de corps, and managerial abilities of the officer trainees. Sir, I am also proud to share that I am part of a batch whose strength comprises of 42% women. With officer trainees coming from diverse educational backgrounds and regions, our batch represents a culturally very rich group and has provided us a huge scope for peer learning. Such cross-cultural interactions have also sensitized us towards inclusivity and the needs of diverse groups. At the end of the 16-month-long training, we strongly believe that such varied exposure and rich experiences shall help us in gaining confidence, intellectual growth, and competence as we embark on a journey of civil society leadership to serve India through the Amritkal years from the 75th year of our independence to the 100th. Thank you. Jai Hind.
थैंक यू पवित्रा। अब मैं माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय से निवेदन करता हूं कि वे डायस पर आकर ऑफिसर ट्रेनीज को संबोधित करने की कृपा करें।
This is a great occasion for me. My greetings to all of you. We are meeting at a time when our Bharat is in Amrit Kal, 75th year of independence. We have a great vision ahead of us and vision for 2047. Those who are before me are warriors of 2047. In 2047, you will be constituting a spinal administrative structure of this great nation. I have no doubt you will take Bharat to the heights to which it deserves. Shri P.C. Modi is one of you. 1982 batch. Has been chairman CBDT. He is like a calm water, but faces all situations very effectively. He is guiding us, successfully leading us in Rajya Sabha as Secretary General. He is a fine example of your service. He exemplifies sublimity, depth, and strength of your service. I am making a special reference because you are part of a service that will have enormous opportunities. If you look around some of the greatest consulting firms of the world that are in India also, their strength is primarily your talent. Therefore, presence of Shri P.C. Modi is significant. Shri Sunil Kumar Gupta, Secretary, Vice President. He is from IIT Kanpur. An IAS officer of 1987 batch. Earlier to that, he was in a different service. And I get from what has been spoken a while ago. 52% of you have previous background of governance. He also brings on the table huge experience and guiding the institution of Vice President, an important constitutional position, which at the moment I am supposed to serve. Dr. Vandana Kumar, Additional Secretary, Rajya Sabha Secretariat, I was given to understand little over 40% constitute from this gender. Even 1/3 of you are good enough for 2/3. Now that you are 40% above, you are more than a match to anyone. I am saying so out of experience because I have only a daughter. I know your power. But that you are 42% indicates a changing profile of Bharat, a pleasant changing profile of this country that will take us to great heights. Dr. Vandana Kumar is a representative of it. Srimati Anuja Sarangi, next to PC Modi, she is the senior most here. And she has leadership qualities. I personally do not know her, but I know enough of her. She is known to lead on a front foot with the state bat. Appears to be calm, but I am told, ma'am, you are very tough. And giving all the guidance to them, they will ever remember your toughness when they will get tough for everyone concerned. It's a great situation. She is a member CBDT. Sri Sanjay Puri, in a sense, batchmate of Sri Sunil Kumar Gupta ji, 1987 batch, is Principal Director General Training. I think our teachers and trainers, we don't love them. They are very hard. They are very harsh. But that happens only during training time. Thereafter, we remember them every day. We remember them year after year because we are beholden to them. They sharpen us. They make us what we will be. And let me tell you, they take great pride in it. If you go into our historical perspective, nothing much can be done without a good teacher or a trainer. और आजकल तो ज़माना अलग है. सुबह हेल्थ के लिए भी ट्रेनिंग चाहिए, ट्रेनर, योगा के लिए भी ट्रेनर चाहिए. We are catching up with this new lifestyle mechanism. But this is very essential in a professional area to which you belong. And I am sure if Sri Puri has given you tough moments, if his team has given you tough moments, you can have it from me. It was all to make you tougher, 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 and be achievers in life with right attitude, scaling, commendable attitude. Sri B. Venkatesh appears to be younger as compared to others, but then has put in 3 decades. 3 decades is not a small period. In 1993 batch, I do have in Rajya Sabha an official, Garima Jain. Garima ji is 1996 batch. But I know what a fine situation emerges when you have such kind of committed, rich human resource. A country rises not on account of infrastructure. Infrastructure is a byproduct. Rise of a country is premised on its quality education and rich human resource. Rest of the things will follow automatically. I was so happy and delighted when the trainee in the beginning of her career could indicate that augmentation of our revenue in an organized manner is a challenge we will all live up to. Every word that was chosen was very significant. I therefore take this opportunity to wish you all very best in your life, 76th batch officers trainees. I had an occasion long back as a lawyer to help a batch with litigation. When I successfully navigated litigation to a successful result, the judge who later on became governor of a state, High Court judge, he said, Mr. Dhankad, you have created a huge team that will help you all through. I said, sir, I have not charged fees from them. I was trying to indicate what is there for me to gain. How right the judge was, how wrong I was. That was sometime in 1986, I contested the case. Wherever I went in Rajasthan to any district, there was someone from that batch as a district magistrate, as additional collector, or a divisional commissioner. All I mean to say, I may not be for long. For whatever life I have left in me, I am cultivating a very powerful group. This connect will energize me, motivate me, inspire me. And my sense of optimism, friends, is all-time high. Because I know you constitute educational cream of the society. I have seen your profile. Amazing. Drawn from all fields. You could have made your career anywhere. You could have taken to more lucrative situations, as the people on the dais could have taken. But then, there is something like nation. There is something like commitment to humanity. And mind you, you shall always be proud of the position you hold. Your family members and friends must have suddenly discovered when you got into the service. The sparkle in the eyes of your grandparents, parents, nana, nani, and friends would have been very different. It would not have been different if you would have got a package of 1 crore or so. That would have been only a fiscal dimension. But what you bring on the table is beyond fiscal dimension. My congratulations to all of you. लगता है कि इस ग्रुप के अंदर 6% की शादी हुई है. दे आर द लकी वंस. बाकियों को बहुत दिक्कत आएगी. लाइन लगी मिलेगी. पेरेंट्स को भी दिक्कत आएगी, रिश्तेदारों को भी आएगी. Because that's a society in which we live. I wish you all a great success. I particularly welcome and greet 2 officers who are from Bhutan Royal Service. I have had the occasion on earlier points of time to greet people from Bhutan when they were trainees of some other service. I am sure these 2 trainee officials will take back home pleasant memories of interaction and share with the people there the kind of in-depth professional experience and expertise by way of this training they have gathered. Friends, I must share with you the contemporaneous times. While you have been involved with the training, the world has seen one of the worst pandemic, non-discriminatory, affecting every part of the globe. But India has now become a shining example in the world how we tackled pandemic COVID. 220 crore vaccinations given free to our people, all on digital map. All the certificates are available on mobile. No country in the world has been able to achieve this distinction, not even the West. We are the only country, and look at our size. Amazing. All this was tackled, you see, by visionary steps taken by the government and the Prime Minister, and reflection by our people of our hand-holding ethos all throughout. No part of the globe can afford to lay claim to such a distinction. Our Bharat is on the rise at the moment as never before. Our rise is unstoppable. What we never contemplated, never imagined, and we never saw during our time, which you are seeing, the kind of world-class infrastructure we have, the kind of growth scenario we have. You all constitute educational elite of the society. You know how the world is marking us as a unique destination, favorite destination of growth and opportunity and investment. All this is on one account, our committed, rich human resource. Never earlier in the history of this country, Voice of India was so heard as now. Now the scenario has had a milestone turnaround. It is beyond listening to the Voice of India. They wait what India has to say. Right now we are having presidency of G20. Imagine, there is extensive participation. It's turning out to be highly impactful. You as youngsters are well-informed people. In your career, you will be concerned with development of economy, sustaining of economy, nurturing of economy. You will have a challenge to generate an element of honesty in the people, and that is, you will focus on transparency and accountability. This is not a small challenge, because by nature our people are honest. They fear regulatory regime. A knock by a regulator or by a police force upsets them. That scenario, fortunately, is undergoing big change. We have here what is meant by faceless assessment. It's a unique, fully accountable, transparent, and confidence-building mechanism that has been developed. Did we ever imagine what happened in September 2022? We became the world's 5th largest economy. No one imagined it. And what a significant development. We overtook that economy. The Britain, they ruled us for centuries. I can tell you, friends, and this is emanating from all sides, by turn of this decade, we shall be the 3rd largest global economy. This is on account of the talent which you possess, the farmer who toils, the workman who contributes, and affirmative governmental policies. I know during my days, I had a tough situation in trying to find some money for my library. All I needed was rupees 6,000. I still recollect the gracious gesture of the bank manager who could give me 6,000 rupees without a security. And look at now what has happened. You need to have an idea. Money is no problem. And that is why we are leading the world, showing light to the world with our startups, with our unicorns. I'm extremely delighted and pleased when I note that in startups, big industry leaders are making investment. They are making investment to give back to the society, to raise their profile, and to get wholesome recognition in society. All this is emanating from you people. I would strongly urge, never yield to a temptation. Never ever yield to a temptation that is not lawful. Because if India has to be on the rise, it has to be on the rise as a result of a culture. I'll give you 3 illustrations. Mahatma Gandhi ji laid great emphasis on Swachh Bharat. But we always took it our right. If we are peeling a banana skin and enjoying a banana in a car, we thought the road is my garbage. I have to throw it immediately by getting the window pane down. We've been doing it. But I can tell you, none of us did it. Distinguished people are here while we were abroad. We never did it. Which means we are compulsively disciplined. In this country, we need to be optionally disciplined, no, voluntarily disciplined. 2nd October 2014, the Prime Minister took to Swachh Bharat. Many people said, what is he doing? Prime Minister of the largest country. And look at where we have come. A toilet in rural household. We see it everywhere. We thought it was so gigantic an exercise, we'll never be able to accomplish it. Swasthya has become a great industry also. Because the thought entertained by Gandhiji was translated into reality by the Prime Minister's vision and execution. You will have to set in motion several such trends because you will be in positions where people will look up to you. And that is something you have to bring about. Second, when COVID came, it happened during your time, you would recollect. When Prime Minister called upon everyone to have people's curfew, लोगों ने क्या कहा? कोविड कहाँ है? ये तो बहाना है. We heard it. This should not have happened. When we got our vaccines, कहा ये कैसे काम करेंगे? हमें तो उस कंपनी का लेना चाहिए. A company that at the moment is in the talk. We have global indexes, they talk the way they wish to. Some of our own people are engaged in orchestration of a campaign to run down our achievements. How can we countenance them? Wisdom is not the repository of an individual. You all are wise. You all are intelligent. You have to discern and think. We cannot allow our pudding to be spoiled by some who have a different prism to see the growth story of this country. Social media is playing a very big role. We all need to be alert. We need to harness it in a manner so that we make India proud. We should ever be proud Indians and take pride in our historic accomplishments. I have been Governor of the State of West Bengal for 3 years. I am startled. Sometimes people talk of food security in a country like ours. We did have a food problem. Pandit Nehru was succeeded by Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. He said, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. He persuaded the people to go for a fast on a particular meal every week. Some of the people who are of my age here, or older to me, none is here, I think, at the moment. Am I right, sir? I seem to be the oldest. We used to get wheat from US. Not any longer. Imagine the scale. 800 million people of this country are getting rice, cereal, and pulse from 1st April 2020. Where can we imagine it? I keep on giving an example, and my people are, those who are working with me at mid-level, they think I say the same thing. I say it with a purpose. In 1989, I was elected to Parliament, and my power was 50 gas connections in a year. That was a huge power. I was repository of that power. That 50 gas connections I could give to anyone in a particular year. And look at the level at which the Prime Minister thought and executed. 150 or 170 million gas connections were given free to needy households. If we look around in the country and see what is happening, look at the infrastructure, the roads. Those of you who have ever traveled to Meerut would know it. It is now just next door. Those who go to Jaipur, I am told, 8 of them are from the state. Take the new highway, you'll know, you save 1 hour. All this has taken place because things are being planned big and executed big in the shortest possible time. And all because our youthful demographic component is unrivaled in the world. It is on your strength, it is on your shoulders that in 2047, I have no doubt India will be number 1 economy of the world. It will happen. I have had the occasion to go to our main schools, IITs and IIMs. When I interact with the young minds, I know India is safest positioned because of its youth, because of their commitment. But when you have such kind of growth, there come challenges. And challenges are from within and without. We have to neutralize those challenges. We have to antidote those challenges. We cannot allow, as committed nationalist Indians, to anyone to taint, tarnish, damage our functional democracy, our institutions, our parliament. Where on earth you find a judiciary that acts with lightning speed? Can we ever question independence of our judiciary? Our Supreme Court is the finest court, meant by gifted people. In a democracy, friend, there will always be issues. There will always be issues between legislature, executive and judiciary. Because we are in a dynamic society. Issues will keep on coming. The issues are required to be determined. Those who are at the apex of these institutions, I am at one, as Chairman Rajya Sabha, we can't be complainants. We have to be collaborators. We can't be in reaction mode. We can't be in adversarial mode. We have to be in resolution mode. We have to find solutions. Look around and you'll find no country in the world can rival our democratic forces, democratic values. Spinal values are sacrificed. Friends, in my position, I am not a stakeholder in politics. Politicians must play their politics and must have full freedom. They must have full play in their joints. But when it comes to nation, when it comes to constitutionalism, when it comes to working of institutions, I cannot observe silence when on wrong premise a narrative is set afloat to sell an idea to the world that India is not what it is. We cannot take lightly such kind of narratives. And mind you, no individual in this country can claim to have a stature to run down this country. We cannot allow it. And I am sure you shall never allow it. In your own way, you will be working in that direction. Friends, when I look around and I have a fairly good exposure of the world, I have been in my professional career to world bodies, including International Court of Arbitration at Paris. I can tell you, we have something in our DNA. भारत की मिट्टी में कुछ बात है, भारत की मिट्टी में कुछ खास है, भारत की मिट्टी में वो संस्कृति है जो दुनिया में कहीं और नहीं मिलेगी. Before me, I have representative India. Before me, I have a Bharat that is diversified, but I see unity. That unity is reflected in preamble of our constitution, but it goes back to thousands of years, 5,000 years back. अंत में आपको एक बात कहूंगा जिसका मैं शिकार रहा हूं, और उसके बाद कहते हैं ना, मैं वाणी को विराम दूंगा. जो यहां बैठे हैं वो पढ़ाई में बहुत उत्तम रहे हैं. मेरे को भी सौभाग्य मिला है और मैं कक्षा में प्रथम आता रहा हूं. मुझे डर लगता था. टप क्लास सुना ना आपने? टप क्लास, दोज ऑफ यू नो, टप टप आता है, उसका डर लगता है, तो बड़ा भयानक डर है. What will happen if I don't come number one in the class? I was always worried. This was a tension, stress in me. I had earned a reputation because those were the days when we did not have Amul. We had Paulson. Paulson was a great brand of butter. So if I would talk to a teacher, पीछे से बच्चे कहेंगे Paulson, Paulson, Paulson. So a favorite of the teacher as you should be favorite of your trainers. But then I conclude after long experience in my life now, nothing much would have happened if I had come second. At least I would have made one person proud, he is one. And nothing would have happened if I was in top 10. I would have got some little more time to play sports, more time to be involved with friends. So never have tension, never have stress, and never give tension. You will be in a position, and senior people of your department will tell you, by your action you can give sleepless nights. When you will get into the driver's seat, you will know the power that you wield. At that point, always think at that point of time, you must take a route that can be counseling route, soothing route, without sacrificing propriety. I am sure you would have done a great contribution to this great nation. Once again, I wish you very best in your life, and you are bound to get married soon, because this figure of 6% will touch 100% very soon. Thank you so much. Be ever blessed. Thank you.
अब मैं निवेदन करूंगा श्रीमती अनुजा सारंगी, मेंबर सीबीडीटी से, कि वो माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय को एक स्मृति चिन्ह भेंट करके भारतीय राजस्व सेवा के 76वें बैच की ओर से महोदय के प्रति आभार और कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करें। माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय, यहाँ उपस्थित सभी गणमान्य जन और मेरे साथियों, मैं भारतीय राजस्व सेवा के 76वें बैच की ओर से माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय के प्रति आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ कि आपने हम सभी को अपना बहुमूल्य समय दिया। मैं एक बार फिर से सभी लोगों को धन्यवाद देता हूँ 76वें बैच की तरफ से। थैंक यू एवरीवन।
May I request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
I request everyone to kindly assemble for the group photograph. Couple of few microphones. We'll stand. All officer trainees are requested to arrange yourselves such that all of you are visible. Please place yourselves in between the faces in front. इधर आ